Mercedes Mone just did it again because she upset a lot of fans with what she had to say in a recent interview. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what she had to say, whether or not it's true, and whether or not you should be outraged by it. Because Mercedes Mone was a very, very interesting signing by AEW and Tony Khan. Because in March of 2024, she made her AEW debut. AEW Dynamite. Big business, the boss, the CEO, the former Sasha Banks, the former WWE Women's Champion. She had made the jump. She made the jump and she made the arrival in All Elite Wrestling. People, including myself, expected big things out of Mercedes Mone, but I'll be the first to tell you that did not work out exactly how I thought it was going to be. And I'll tell you why. Because when she first joined AEW, I thought she was a potential savior of AEW. And oh, how I was wrong. Because Mercedes Mone, as good as she is, as great as she is, as much of a following that she has, well, unfortunately for her and her fans, it didn't work out exactly how we all envision it. Because, in my opinion, they put her in a really, really bad spot. They put her on television way too early. And I'll tell you why they put her on television way too early. Because they needed something, right? If you look at AEW right now in 2024, they are on the decline. They're not going out of business. They're not dying, but they are definitely on the decline. And so Tony Khan, as a ratings ploy, was like, you know what? We got Monet under contract. Might as well put her on TV. We got Okada. Might as well put him on TV. Got all these talent, and he will seldomly put people on TV. But anyways, with Mercedes, it's like, okay, she's a big name, and more importantly, we're paying her a ton of money. The only problem is she's not medically cleared, and we're not going to tell anyone about it, right? She hasn't worked a match in a year, and everyone's like, well, when's she going to work? When's she going to work? Well, she'll be on TV next week. Well, and then reports came out. She's not medically cleared. And they're not saying it on television. They're teasing her work in the Dynasty pay-per-view. That didn't happen. Well, she's going to work Double or Nothing. She's going to challenge Willow Nightingale for the TBS title. Okay, fine. But in addition to false promises, in addition to her wacky promos, which I will get to in a minute, Mercedes Mone, she did not live up to the hype, in my opinion. And this is coming from someone who's a big Mercedes Mone supporter. This is coming from someone who thought that AEW would greatly benefit from the arrival of Mercedes Mone. But that hasn't necessarily worked out thus far. Now, while doing a interview with The Ringer, she had this bold claim to make about her status in the wrestling business. They haven't got to see the real CEO. They know who Sasha Banks is, but the CEO, Mercedes Mone, is something that they've never seen before, and I'm ready to show them. I'm the greatest women's wrestler of all time. 100%. Oh, boy. I seen... oh, yeah, I saw the comments. I seen the tweets. I've seen the posts. People are losing their minds over this woman saying this. I want to establish something real quick. The topic of the GOAT, the greatest of all time, it's subjective. I have a different opinion from you, and you have a different opinion from, Fred next to you, or Bob, or Bill, or Billy, or Roger. Pick a name. Everyone has a different pick. It's so subjective. There's no clean-cut conclusion to this topic. It's just a talking point, right? Well, this person better than this person because of this and that and this accomplishment and and it's like, okay, what are we doing, right? If you turn on sports radio in the summer, they used to talk about, well, was MJ better than LeBron, or is LeBron better than MJ, or was Peyton better than Tom, or is Tom better than Joe? Like, that's just what we deal with, right? This is this topic, and you can't get around that. And so fans are up in arms about it. Do I think she is the GOAT, the greatest of all time with female wrestlers? No. No, I do not. Who do I consider to be the GOAT. It's a tough pick. If I had to take a stab at it, if I really did, I would have to go with Charlotte Flair. I'd have to go with Charlotte Flair, and here's why. She helped change the business alongside Mercedes, alongside Becky and Bayley and Saraya and Emma, and you can go down the list. Okay? So she helped change the business with the Revolution. Then she helped change the business with the Evolution. She has done everything that there is to do in WWE. And really, she has done everything that there is to do in the pro wrestling business. Yes, Mercedes Mone has won championships in WWE. Yes, she did headline WrestleMania 36 in 2021. And yes, Charlotte Flair has won championships in WWE. And yes, Charlotte Flair has headlined WrestleMania. But whether you like her or you don't, and the majority of you don't, Charlotte Flair is a bigger star than Mercedes Mone. She has done more than Mercedes Mone. And she's done it at a high level. She's put on better matches and better promos over a longer period of time than Mercedes Mone. Charlotte Flair stays at the top of the card. Mercedes Mone does not. Case in point, you don't bring her in and put the TBS title on her. You would put her, if you signed Charlotte Flair tomorrow, you would make her your women's champion. They didn't do that. Who's your women's champion? Right? Like, that's just a reality of the situation. I still think that they missed a gigantic opportunity by not doing Mercedes Mone and Toni Storm for the women's title at Double or Nothing. I'm okay that they saved Mone's debut in ring-wise for Double or Nothing, right? That's your second. And now, in my opinion, now it's AEW's second biggest event of the year behind All In, right? It used to be All Out. Some people thought it was Double or Nothing. I never thought that. But it's like, what else? Why? Just why? I understand that she's cocky. I understand she's arrogant. I understand she's confident. I understand she's a CEO, and she brings a lot of value to AEW. But I feel like you cannot say that with what you have been doing as of late. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you work for when you make that type of statement and you put in the work that you do. Because I've been very critical of Mone's promo ability, right? Her matches are going to be A-okay, but she's got to do something about this promo ability. Now, should she correct that? Should she do better promos in AEW? Then yeah. All right, let's start having a conversation. But Mercedes Mone ain't checking that box right now. Can't put you in that conversation. I can put you in the conversation, but I can't put you at the top of the list. That's my situation. That's my thinking